Peace, love, light, and healing. Peace, love, light, and healing. Peace to the gods, peace to the earth. Y'all climb on in. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? Yeah, we up and running. We at it late today, but we gonna get to it. How y'all feeling? Y'all climb on in. I'm gonna give y'all a minute to climb on in. I know I ain't warn nobody. I sure ain't warn my Instagram followers and let them know I was going live today. I haven't been on Facebook, but I'm here. Let's get to it. Y'all see the title? Are you prepared for what's coming? Are you prepared? Have you been taking, practice and preparation for what's coming? What's finna hit these shores, y'all? What's coming to the USA? A lot of us are not prepared. A lot of us ain't been, saving up food. A lot of us ain't been saving no water. A lot of us ain't been, paying attention to our bodies and cleansing our bodies. A lot of us haven't been praying, haven't been meditating. A lot of us haven't been doing nothing. And it's here. It's here. You go through the stores now, stores are empty. And it ain't gonna get better. They're literally, y'all climb on in, y'all. Y'all climb on in. They're literally making farmers burn their crops. You hear what I'm saying? They're making farmers burn entire fields of crops. This has been going on for the last year, but it's been getting more and more active. It's been reports of they've been burning crops for the last year, but it was just, here and there. Alabama, Georgia, states down in Florida. But now, this is actually globally, y'all. Y'all see how they just keeping all of our shipments, our merchandise, just sitting in the middle of the sea for a year. It's been over a year now. Then y'all seen the other strip that was destroyed, and everybody merchandise is now floating to the bottom of the sea. Y'all see what's coming? It's going to be hard to get food. It's going to be hard to get water. It's going to be hard to be around good, righteous thinkers and righteous people. And it's going to be hard to find somebody that is actually healthy. You see that? Only the righteous, only the strong, only the healthy, only those that are in alignment with the heavens, with the cosmos, with the earth will survive. Like this, the time is now, y'all. The best time to truly cleanse your body, detox your mind, really, really get in tune with your spiritual side, really get in tune with the unseen forces, and really bring in that balance and alignment with self is now. There is no other time. I mean, all you have to do is turn on TV, turn on CNN, turn on any of these different programmings, and it'll show you that it's here. It's right in our face. And ain't nobody preparing. Everybody worrying about shoes, everybody worrying about clothes, everybody worrying about vehicles, everybody worrying about social media, everybody worrying about looking good, but ain't nobody worrying about true health, spiritually, mentally, physically, and emotionally. And we gonna pay for it if we don't wake up now. And that's just point blank, period. And you get all these questions and you start reading these questions and what people got going on with themselves. And it's like, dang, it's kind of hard to prep and prepare when you suffering from acidosis. It's kind of hard to prepare and pray and meditate when you can't even sit still long enough. Because if you do sit still long enough, the acids are burning you and the nerve endings. You just so much in pain and locked into this physical carcass that you can't even get away. You can't even astral project. You can't even meditate and focus on specific things because your body is just so aching and in pain from the environment and things that you've been putting inside of it. You see what I'm saying? So we are heading in some times, y'all, where we finna have to start shedding. The first thing you need to shed is your sickness and disease. And this is mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and physically. You see that? Because we don't realize that disease, the illusion of it is a baggage. This is baggage. This is dead weight. It's keeping you down and it's keeping you back because you cannot vibrate at a high frequency. In order for you to have any type of manifestation of disease anyway, you have to be in 50 hertz and below. You see that? Cancer starts at 40 for real. They say 25, but it's really 40. You see what I'm saying? All these degenerative diseases start kicking in at 33. These are the hertz. So in order for you to even have manifestation of disease, that means you are vibrating on a very, very low frequency, on a very, very low vibrational plane. You need to raise your energy, raise the energetics in you, connect with the non-ether, connect with the primordial, connect with Yahweh and raise that vibration up. Get alkaline, get electrical. Because that's the only way you're going to be able to open up these dimple antennas and be able to literally converse with the unseen and connect that melanin neurotransmitters back to the network, back to this 5G. And what I mean by 5G, I mean 5D, fifth dimensional. You see that? Fifth dimensional 5G. I ain't talking about 5G networking towers that's causing radioactivity, that's shutting down your kidneys, your livers, and your respiratory systems and giving you symptoms of what they call the COVID-19. I ain't talking about that whatsoever. I'm talking about really raising that consciousness to this 5G, 5D dimensional density network to connect you back with the non-ether, to connect you back with Yahweh, the gods, the cosmos, because that's where you come from. You see that? But you can't vibrate at that rate when you're constantly worrying about aches and pains. It's impossible to vibrate at a high rate to connect with the sun and intelligence that's beyond these dimensional densities when you locked into the body and locked down into your nervous system, because acids will not allow you to express your DNA. Acidic lifestyle will not allow you to express yourself. Acidic lifestyle will not allow you to astral project. Acidic lifestyle will not allow your brain to even think and comprehend right. A lot of us is literally being ran and controlled by parasites. And the parasites come from the manifestation of all of these acids in your living lifestyle, what you doing in your lifestyle. And we wonder why we got thoughts that we entertain that we didn't used to do. We wonder why we lazy now and we not preparing. We know some shit coming, but we just can't, get on our good foot and get it going. We know we in that toxic relationship, but we just don't know how to break off of it. You know that crack cocaine bad for you. You know that weed is killing your lungs because you rather smoke it rather than put it in tea, and it can be really healthy for the cells. You know them cigarettes is making your lungs look like a dried up raisin. You know drinking all that alcohol is causing your liver to actually be deprived of hydrative factors and of oxygen, and is pruning the liver. You realize what's going on with the body, but it's something in you that can't stop it. What are you missing? You missing that will. You missing that motivation. You missing that energetics, that spark, that flame that everybody was created with, that everybody manifests in harness. What is making your light go out? And you never stop to realize that it's the food that you eating. You never stop to realize that it's the tainted water that you drinking. You never stop to realize that it's the television programming, the teller of visions programming your mind. You never realize it's the cleaning products that you are using. You never slow down and realize that it's the radio, the earbuds, that the wireless ear pods. It's wireless. That's frying your brain. You got your phone in your hand all day or up to your face. It's the chemtrails inside of the sky. It's the GMO foods and the seedless foods. It's the herbicides and the pesticides and the insecticides that's been sprayed all over your crops. It's that toxic male or woman that you've been entertaining for years. It's wearing the wrong size shoe. It's putting on mixed fabrics, not wearing 100% cotton, not wearing 100% silk or wool or linen, mixing your fabrics up. It's all the aluminum that is all just bits and pieces shoved up into your teeth when they gave you your root canals. It is so many things that is blocking you from becoming the God that you are. And you haven't been preparing for what's coming, nor have you been detoxing and shedding this baggage, this shit, this layers that's keeping you from elevating mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. It's time to wake up. Literally, they burning hundreds of thousands of acres of food, y'all, of crops. Hundreds of thousands, they burning it. And what's crazy is if the former don't burn them, they tax them. And the taxes that they got to pay is higher than the acres of what they would sold, what they would have sold to the people. They telling them, no, we will pay you more to burn the food, to burn your crops, than to sell it to the local farmer market, than to sell it to the grocery stores, to the convenience store. We will pay you 3 times more to burn it than to give it to the people. They are causing this crisis. They are causing this pandemic, this plandemic. They are causing what's going on. They're causing it. The forces of evil, y'all. Y'all better get out of this mind frame of spookism and everything is a lie, and that there's no such thing as the boogeyman in the closet or the monster under the bed. They exist, and they here. And what are you going to do about it? You so stuck in the physical because acids is literally burning your ass to your nervous system and to your skeleton structure that you can't even poof out of the body and look around at the awareness and observe what's really going on because your focus is on the acids in your body. Your focus is on your liver. Your focus is on your blood. Your focus is on your kidneys because they not filtrating right. Your focus is on your lymph nodes because they swollen as all hell. Your focus is on your pancreas because your blood sugar high and you not producing enough insulin. Your focus is on your bones because they aching. Your discs because they herniated. Your fingernails because they got fungus all in it. Your vagina because it's full of bacteria vaginosis. Your penis because it's dripping too much acid and mucus. Your mindset because it's full of parasites and having all types of hateful demonic thoughts. That's your focus because you locked down into this body. You locked yourself in. Your body has become a prison. And I'm going to show you how to break out of it. That's what we're going to do today. That's what we've been doing for years, showing you how to escape the prison in your mind, showing you how to escape the prison in your body. Because this was made to be an abode. This was made to be a vehicle, not a prison. Not a prison. Y'all better be prepared before we get this lesson started. Y'all make sure that y'all are saving food, y'all. Go to the store, start buying up foods. Buy a lot of water. Get a lot of distilled water. Make sure we come together, get land. You know, the Black Messiah Project is still going. We just had a few setbacks because all the classes and everything else. But, I mean, we still on it. I just bought some land in Georgia. We got more land in Augusta, Georgia. I just bought some land in Townsend, Georgia. So, I mean, land is being brought and preparations is being made. But, y'all, we got to straight start taking this serious. Look, if you're afraid of lacking, you better start your shedding process now. You better start unbecoming now. Too many people spending all their life trying to become. You need to unbecome. You better get used to fasting, mono fasting. You better get used to going without because these are the times that we heading in, and whether we like the fact or not. Then we have a lot of people say, well, don't focus on that and that won't be your reality. Bullshit. We ain't the one controlling the food and the water and the sewage system and housing, and we don't control that. That is controlled by the wickedness of this world. The earth was given into the hands of the wickedness, and we seeing exactly what they wicked asses is doing with it. Now, we do got next. You know, when the smoke clear and the dust settle, you're going to see the non-ether God body melanated beings standing and surviving and reconstructionalizing civilizations and leading the charge into infinity. I will say that. But as of right now, we don't own this place, and they showing us just that. By what they doing with our food, what they doing with our water, what they're doing with our bodies, how all of us is coming up missing, all of our organs that house, 99% of our melanin is missing when they find our bodies. We're being harvested, y'all. Dude, wake up. Y'all see what's going on? It's an evil ass world. The evil is spelled live backwards. They're not living. They're being evil. And you ain't living or being evil. You are dying of dis-ease because the lack of knowledge. And that's what this channel is for. To teach you knowledge, because knowledge are keys, and keys unlock doors, and it's trying to unlock the door of your mind because you've been locked in it all of your life due to the programming. If y'all ready to get this started, type in some nines. Peace, peace, peace to the gods, peace to the earth, to everybody that's climbed on in. Let's get it, let's get it, let's get it. Again, make sure that you are stacking your waters. Make sure that you're getting food. Make sure that you're canning. Make sure you're doing all of these things. If you have money, if you got a group of people and y'all got good credit with a few dollars, get together, buy some land. Who cares if it's 3 acres? Buy it. Who cares if it's an acre? If it's away from this damn hellhole and you can start growing your own crops and stuff like that, do that. Start looking out for the locals farmers market and get organic seeds. Stock up on seeds. I ain't even saying you got to plant them right now. At least start stocking seeds up for when it comes time to have food, you can start growing. And you know what's going to be crazy? 2 things is going to happen, y'all, when this shit really hit the fan. We going to see a lot of people be forced to go plant-based and eat of the fruit from the trees and the vegetables growing from the ground, or you're going to see a lot of Negroes and a lot of heathens turn into cannibals. They're going to start turning into carnivores, eating each other. The messages in the movies, y'all. Get the picture. Let me say that again. The messages is in the movies. Y'all better get the picture. You're going to see a lot of Hannibal Lecters going on. They either going to They either going to be forced to go plant-based, the original diet of how it's supposed to be anyway, or they're going to be so stuck in a root chakra, so stuck in a sacral chakra, so stuck in a solar plex chakra that they're going to start eating you. Better get ready. Best be prepared. That's right, new discovery. They already doing it. They already doing it. If y'all can hear me well, type in some sevens. If y'all can hear me well, type in some sevens. And we're going to get this thing started. We're going to get this thing started. That's right. Truth be told. We protected. Those that are righteous, those that are just, those that have good intentions, those who are in alignment with self, in alignment with the cosmos, in alignment with the nine ether, in alignment with the creator Yahweh, in alignment, those you are protected. Those that do good unto others as they do unto themselves, you are protected. Those that eat and follow the diet of Edon and not the diet of the heathen cave beast, you are protected. Those that treat animals as brothers and sisters, those that treat trees, plants, natures as brothers and sisters, as a cosmic mycelium networking family, you are protected. But those that violate nature, those that violate God, those that violate themselves, those that violate mankind, those that violate the breath, those that violate the air, those that violate the food, those that violate, you gonna die. And we gonna build a new world upon your ashes. We gonna build a new world upon your ashes. And these are just facts. These are the facts. The universe is purging itself. Mama Earth is purging herself. She's detoxifying. And if you a damn acidic being, you will be detoxified out. Period. Point blank, period. No debates. No argument here. This you ain't gonna be able to vote this. You ain't gonna be able to vote. None of that. You ain't gonna be able to do none of that. This is a one-way decision. She purging. The cosmic creator Yahweh is purging the heavens and the earth. And anything that is harming it will be killed, will be fuel for fire. And we gonna build a new world, an eternal world on the ashes. Sounds beautiful, don't it, y'all? Sounds beautiful. Sounds beautiful. All right, let's get it in. Let's get it in. So if y'all can hear me again, my bad, y'all. I've been talking. If y'all can hear me good, just let me know that you can hear me. We're going to get this thing started. We're going to get this thing started. That's what's up. We got 500 people in the building. That's cool. That's cool. Got 500 people in the building between YouTube and Facebook. That's good enough for me. Let's get it going. Let's get it going. All right. So the first one says this. It says, and what I'm going to start doing, because we chopping these up and trying to make them more classier for y'all. So what the wives been telling me and what my cameraman been telling me is to read the whole question through, then start breaking it down instead of breaking it down while I'm reading it. So I'm going to read the whole question through and then I'm going to break it down and then I'm going to show you what you need. All right. Because I'm learning how to, be more oriented when it comes to being a teacher and really, articulating, healing to y'all. So I'm learning and I'm growing as well. Even though I'm a teacher, I'm more of a student. I'm always a student before I'm a teacher, y'all. I'm always learning or earning with an L. To earn, to learn, to ear, to listen. It says, just a little etymology, y'all. It says, I have what they call DDD, Degenerative Disc Disease. I can only stand, walk, sit up for 10 to 15 minutes at a time without being in excruciating pain in my lower back, where they tell me my L4 and L5 are completely gone. Okay. Down my right leg to up under my last two toes are numb. I just recently was diagnosed with high blood pressure, and to top it off, I am overweight. I need help in all of these areas. I want to be out of the back pain. I want this high blood pressure to be gone. I definitely want to lose weight. What do you recommend? Carolyn. All right, Miss Curlin. What I'm going to recommend for you first, I want to start off with the DDD, the degenerative disc disease. For those that don't know what degenerative means, that is when something is deteriorating. Now, I always talk about the two sides of chemistry and the two sides of nature. There's only two sides, and we always talk about these two polar opposite sides. The first side is alkaline, and we must remember that alkaline is what brings life. Alkaline is what brings eternal longevity. Alkaline is what brings regeneration, reincarnation, resurrection. That's rejuvenation. That's everything that the alkaline side brings. But then you have a whole nother gnarly side of chemistry that don't nobody want no smoke with, called acidosis. Now, my question is this: when something is deteriorating, something is rotten, something is being chewed away, something is literally dissipating, something is being destroyed, is that the building alkaline side of chemistry, or is that the acidic destroying alkaline side of chemistry, family? Which side is that? We dealing with a degenerative disease, and not only is it a degenerative disease, it's degenerative with a point that the disc is starting to be degenerating inside of her spinal column. Is that alkaline side of chemistry that doing that, or is that the acid side of chemistry, family? Let me know. That's right. That is acids. That is acids. So first we're going to deal with this, and then we're going to keep it going. So the first thing she's talking about is that. Let me show y'all how they look. Let me show y'all how they look. Let me show y'all this real quick. DDD. When you really start getting into that, okay? I'm going to pull this up on the screen real quick. Now, this is what she's talking about. Degenerative disc disease. All right, so what we looking at right here is we looking at what she said was, she said it's the L4 and the L5. So the L5 is that last disc. Matter of fact, before we do that, let me show y'all on my gram, but y'all can see what I'm talking about. All right. So if y'all looking at this, and if y'all can see this well, what we looking at here, it ain't blurry, is it? It is. It's a little blurry. Let me get it straight. All right, so if y'all can see this well, what we're looking at is we're actually looking at the lumbar, and we're looking at the sacral lumbar plexus. All right, this is all called the sacral bone. This is the tail of the sacral bone right here. You see that? It's the sacral bone. Now, this is where you start really getting inside of your root chakra and your sacral chakra. This is this energy vortex. And the reason this chakra is so powerful is because all of your nerve endings, especially S1, S1, S2, S3, is where all your sciatic nerves come from. It's where all the nerves in the body meets up and make these big old nerves that go down the thigh. So that's why the sacral bone or the sacral chakra is very, very important, because this is where most of your energy flows for Kundalini energy, or what they call sexual energy, because you cannot create without sexual energy. You cannot be in relationships without sexual energy. You can't even have a simple conversation without sexual energy. And this sexual energy always rises from the sacral bone, the sacral lumbar plexus, or what they call the sacral chakra, or the sacral church, whatever we want to call it. And what happens is male and female principles, or entity, feminine and masculine, mix together and have some type of informational exchange. And this is sex. Rather, it don't have to be penis and vagina. Anytime feminine and masculine come together and have a sensual exchange of something, and things are birthed from it, like sex make babies, beautiful masculine and feminine thoughts make beautiful ideas. That idea is a baby. You come together, your left hemisphere of your brain, which is masculine, the right hemisphere of your brain, which is feminine, they come together and create a beautiful idea. That is sex. You're using sexual energy to create all of these things. So that's why they call it the sacral plexus, or the sacral bone, or the sacral chakra. You see what I'm saying? Now, notice what's happening here. If you look right here, you have discs. And between each disc, you have something called a vertebrae. These are vertebrae, and these are discs. These discs are made with amino acids. They're made with a lot of different types of beautiful amino acids. And I'm going to show y'all that once we sit down. Now, notice the disc sits between the bones. And between these bones, you have holes in them where the nerves actually come out at. So we see the vertebrae, we see the actual disc, And then now we see the actual nervous system that's coming through the spinal column. Now she said at L5, this is L5. It says that her L5 disc is completely gone and her L4 disc is completely gone. Well, if y'all see what this disc is doing, this is how you bend your lower back. This also supports your kidneys. You see how the disc is moving around? So imagine you moving around and these discs that acts as shocks absorbent is not there or not present inside of the body. You have bone now rubbing against bone. You see that you got calcium and magnesium and phosphorus and phosphates and all these different minerals and glasses running, just rubbing against each other and against nerves. You know that's going to hurt like hell. So what's actually being degenerative is the disc and the bone around here. So that means you have a lot of acids built up in the spinal column. Now, my whole question is this. When you eat food, food goes in through the mouth, through the digestive tract, and it have to work its way down before these acids are released inside of the actual digestive system, and then it goes down here. So this means for your body to actually have these type of pains and the bones is now grinding itself against each other, that means that the discs are missing. Not only is the discs are missing, but it's extreme acidosis and friction going on here that's causing you to actually, deteriorate the bones in the disc. So we're going to have to get rid of that. So just before I sit back down, I just want to show you this again. So this is L5. This is L4, L3, L2, L1. L5 is that last vertebrae right before you get to the sacral column, or what we're going to call the tail of the snake. You see that? That's in the back. You see the rattle tail? Then it goes all the way up. And then in between here, you have all type of nerve endings. So say if the disc becomes inflamed because it is full of too many acids and this disc starts to pop out, what it does is it'll chew away at these bones here. And once it chew away at the bone, the disc will then bulge and start pushing the bone, and it'll pinch this nerve right here. And now you got nerve pinchings and you got so much pain because the bone is now clamping the nerve endings. And this all starts from acidosis, family, all acidosis. All right. Now let me go back and we're going to show y'all this on the screen as well. We're going to show y'all this on the screen as well. Let me just refocus here. Refocus a little taste. All right, so now since y'all seen that, let me pull it up for y'all can actually see it on the screen. All right, so here go the discs. These are the discs right here. If y'all can see this on my screen, type in some 9s and we're going to get it started. We're gonna break everything down real quick, and I'm going to show you exactly what you need to get rid of this. Y'all see these little yellow nerve endings that's coming from the holes or the vertebrae. Y'all see that? Y'all see the top part. The top part is a healthy disc. You see that the healthy disc is cool, and what the healthy disc is full of is amino acids. You got glycine, you got proline, and then you got hydroxyproline. These are amino acids that actually make up these discs. Now, whenever you're missing minerals or minerals are not being utilized by the adrenal glands properly, what happens is the disc will start missing these amino acids, because minerals is what actually sticks amino acids together, which I'm going to show y'all. And then the disc will start falling apart because it's not creating the amino acid structures, or what they call proteins, that's need to make the disc. So now you constantly walking around and you're not producing these amino acids because you're missing minerals, because you're mineral deficient. And now this disc starts dissipating and start disintegrating and start disappearing. And now you rubbing bone on top of bone, pinching nerves. And I'm telling y'all, that hurt like hell. So that's what you're going through. So now look at the degenerative disc. Now notice the degenerative disc is actually missing all of what I was just talking about, which is the glycine, which is the proline, and which is the hydroxyproline, which makes up this basically silica-based absorption collagen, because that's what it is. It's like collagen that keeps that shock absorption. If you jump down, all of that energy have to be distributed to the body equally, for you won't feel it in an area more than another. So what this does, it absorbs all the energy and then it puts it out through the body equally in balance, right? Now imagine if you don't have these and it do that, due to acids chewing away at them. So when you look down, what you're seeing is acids, and you're seeing the lack of minerals, which is actually keeping these amino acid structures together to actually build this. All right. Now, in order to get rid of this, we see that you're dealing with extreme acidosis, right? Yes, brittle and dry bones, lack of hydration. Another thing, hydration is very, very key. Your body is made of 80% water. The brain is made of 92% water by itself. So the body needs constant hydration, but minerals are hydrative. Water is not even hydrative, y'all. I tell y'all all the time that water is slightly acidic. You know, you're dealing with 2 hydrogens and 1 oxygen. What actually makes water alkaline is the minerals or the electrolytes that come into the water. That's what gives you your hydration. Electricity gives you your hydration. It's not water. Water is not even wet. You see what I'm saying? When you really get into what water is not even wet. Water is nothing but less dense thoughts. Water is nothing but less dense air. That's all it is. You know, you get more into oxygen and hydrogen. These things are not wet at all when you really think about them. What makes the water hydrative and what makes it full of electrolytes is the minerals that's associated with the water that's inside of the liquid, y'all. So you can drink water all day. If it lacks minerals, then you're gonna drink yourself to dehydration. Literally. We see this happen all the time. They be like, well, I drink water every day. Then the doctor will tell you you dehydrated because you're not drinking water with the right amount of minerals in them, because you need minerals for electricity, or what you call alkaline electrolytes. And not only do you need it for that as well, you need it to help build your amino acid structures to keep your body together, because that's what creates the body structure and function. The amino acid creates the body, the structure of it, and the electricity create the functioning of the structure. Hopefully y'all get what I'm saying. So the first thing you're going to have to do is you need to go on an all-fruit diet. I'm going to just tell you that off back. That's going to bring the hydration in. That's also going to bring all the amino acids you need in, but you're going to have to go after the kidneys and the adrenals because you already backing up too much acids anyway. And what's crazy is the kidneys actually sit right on top of this right here. So where you need to filtrate at is right here. The kidneys are right here. You know, your L5 is right here. Your L5 and your L4 is what's giving you all the problems. The kidneys right here. This means you are backed up miles and miles of interstitial fluid of lymph, and this lymph is just backed up, and all of the accumulated acid is burning you. You got to remember, what the body does not eliminate, it accumulates. This accumulation creates agglomulation. This agglomulation creates coagulation. This coagulation creates tumor. It creates acid pockets and buildup, and these acids, pockets, and buildup then starts breaking down and deteriorating whatever in its path. If it's a bone in its path, it's going to break down that bone. If it's a disc in its path, it's going to break down that disc. If it's a cell in its path, it's going to corrupt and corrode the cell. I don't care what's in its way. That's what acid does, because it's destructive in nature. That's it. So you have to remove the acids that the body builds up. So you need to be on an all-fruit diet, high in juices. That's what I would do. I'll get on an all-fruit diet, bring in my H3O2s, hydrate the body, get all the electrolytes in the body. I'll make sure that my fruits is completely organically grown. If you can't afford organically grown, then find you some good wild-crafted fruits that have seeds in them and go on a fruit fast. And while you're on this fruit fast, juice. And then while you're juicing, we have to start getting the right amount of amino acids back into the body. Well, you get a lot of amino acids from your fruits, and you also get a damn good amount from your herbs, or what we call vegetables. So this is where the herbs is going to play a good part at, you know. And what I'm going to recommend is my geogenetic level 1 therapeutic package, because it's so degenerative. You know, all of the silica and all of the glycine and all of the proline and the hydroxyproline amino acids are gone. We're going to have to bring them back in with herbs. And the best herbs that hold these actual amino acids here is the 3 bitters. Start getting the 3 bitters back in. We're going to have to go after the thyroid, because the thyroid is actually in control of your calcium buffering system, or what they call the calcium matrix, through the parathyroid that produces parathyroxine and parathyromone. This is going to help you actually elevate and excrete all the different calcium in the blood, because the blood is what's going to feed the bones all the minerals and oxygen it needs to regenerate itself. You see, life, oxygen, and alkalinity is the regenerative side of chemistry. So if you alkaline the body the best way you can regenerate these bones in these discs. You see that? But you didn't only have that going on with you. Hold on, this let me show y'all another picture. Just how it look. Y'all see that? All that inflammation, lumbar degenerative disc disease. You see how the bones is just corroded around the disc, and now the bones functioning structure is just starting to look crazy, and it's starting to pinch the disc. The disc end up leaking all of its liquids and everything that is made up of to resorb all of that shock. And then now what happens is it start bulging out the bones, and then the bones pinch a nerve, and then you done for. You know, ain't nothing like a pinched nerve, y'all. Imagine your bones and your disc pinching one of these nerves right here. Boy, that hurt like hell. It'll bring you down. It'll bring you down. So an all fruit diet, that's what I'm recommend. The Geogenetic Therapeutic Package Level 1 is what I'm going to recommend. And get about 2-3 bitters, because the glycine, the proline, and the hydroxyproline, which is the amino acids that's going to rebuild that collagen or that cartilage, is actually what's in the 3 bitters. Them are rebuilders. Them are rebuilders. You know, berries are rebuilders. Melons are rebuilders. Apples are rebuilders. And that's why I'm stuck on freshly juiced apple juice and pear juice. I'm addicted to it because they're rebuilders. And they're full of amino acids and electrolytes. They're full of it. They're full of it. So, and I want to show y'all something real quick of what I'm talking about. I want to show y'all something real fast. So, this is the best we can. We created a DNA model. You know, this is not the best of the best, but I mean, it looks good. You see that? And you see all these different, you know, all these different numbers, these different letters represents different things, you know, adenine, proline. You see that? All these different things makes up what you call amino acids. Now, amino acids is chains of information, and they wrapped around histones. This is all genetic information that makes up the biospiritual body. You see that? That's exactly what amino acids is. It's information. Now, around the information, you have something called sugars, and it's called a 5-pentose sugar phosphate backbone. So these black strips around this DNA structure is sugars that's actually holding the information together. That's how you know it's important that we have sugars. You see that? That's why it's called deoxy. Deoxy means that the oxygen is taken from it. You see that? Hydrochloric acid. You see that? So that deoxy is a sugar. You know what I'm saying? Ribose is a sugar. Ribose, deoxy, meaning the lack of oxygen. Ribose means sugar. Then you have the acid. Then you have something called ribose nucleic acid. You see that? So ribose is a sugar. These are nucleotides, nucleic acids. You see that? So notice you got the information, you know, whether your hair is going to be black or brown, whether your eyes is going to be black or brown, whether you're going to be tall, whether you're going to be spiritual, whether you're going to be intelligent, whether you're going to be this, be that, whether you're going to be in a 5th dimensional state when you're born, how deeply you can connect with the unseen or your ancestors, how quick that, you know, genetic information and just astral information can be fed to the DNA. Is all based off of how the DNA is structured and how healthy it is. That's the information. They call the information amino acids. Now, the question you're going to have to ask yourself this is, what makes amino acids actually stick to the backbone of what we're going to call the phosphate sugars? You see that? What makes the amino acids actually stick to the backbone, the sugar backbone, to create the structure? Minerals. So between this black, so say if I'm healthy, right? I'm healthy, my DNA is healthy, I got the best DNA in the world. And then all of a sudden I started eating acids, and these acids in these foods is missing minerals. Say if I start missing minerals in this full DNA structure, I live to be 16. I'm beautiful, I'm big, I'm built, I just look good, my DNA is thriving, my DNA is popping. Then all of a sudden I decide to start eating McDonald's or some other bull crap throughout my life that lacks minerals, that don't have any electrolytes. Now I'm gonna show you what's happening to her body. I'm gonna show you how important minerals is, and how when you lack minerals, like the minerals she's lacking, that's starting to disintegrate her disc and her actual spinal column, what happens? So say I start eating things that's calcium deficiency. It don't have any calcium in it. All right, hold on now. Remember, these minerals is what's holding the amino acids to the sugar. So this is the first thing that's gonna happen. Boop. All right, DNA is not connected. There is no transmitter. There is no signal, because calcium was the actual electrolyte that stuck the amino acid to the sugar phosphate that made the actual structure, the double X helix. So now calcium is missing. So now I'm not getting these minerals no more. So look, sugar phosphate just hanging out there, and I'm not missing minerals. Meaning information is not being genetically put inside of the DNA. Meaning information is not being genetically exchanged no more. Then all of a sudden, I don't like going out into the sun. I hate eating greens. I hate eating green juices. I act like fruits is the second food. You know how they put fruits on the side? They whole dish got all the acids and bullshit in it, and then they act like fruits is a side dish. You know, fruit is, or they say, I want real food. The fruit is the real food. So you start missing iron phosphate. Hold on, DNA is already damaged because what keeps the DNA structure together is actual minerals, mineral, which means coming from the light above. You missing calcium already, so this is gone. Now you missing iron phosphate. Boop. Uh-oh, now the DNA is getting more unraveled and the DNA is becoming more damaged and more damaged. And then once you go through all of these different minerals that you are lacking, you will start seeing missing pieces throughout the DNA structure. Now information cannot be exchanged properly, and this is what causes your body to start deteriorating. Plus you got acids all on top of it. Not only do you got acids burning you from what you've been eating, you got amino acids roaming around that don't have any sugars to neutralize them anymore. So now you got acids burning acids on top of acids burning acids. And then the structure, because remember, amino acids make structures, and then the nervous system or the electrolytes, minerals, make them function by way of hormones. So now the functioning in the structure part of your DNA is not communicating with each other properly, and now your body starts to disintegrate. It starts to deteriorate. And they call these degenerative diseases. Now notice if I start eating calcium again, I start eating all the different electrolytes again, the DNA starts to heal itself and become whole again. And this is a perfect DNA strand. If y'all got that so far, type in some nines. If y'all got that so far, type in some nines. If y'all got that so far, type in some nines. If y'all got that so far, type in some nines. So that's what's going on with you, sister. That's exactly what's going on with you. And if you want good minerals, again, you can get very, very good minerals from the sea. You can get very good minerals from sea moss. You can get very good minerals from kelp, from dose, from club moss, from bladderwrack. You can get very, very, very good minerals from your green vegetables. And that's the reason why we tell people to slow down on their green vegetables when they're healing. You see that? Because them fresh green vegetables are full of minerals. So much minerals that cellulose have to protect it, and it's hard for you to digest. The minerals rush the body so fast. I mean, and that's the reason why we use herbs. Herbs are nothing but dry vegetables. They're full of minerals. And if you want some real good minerals, other than your sea vegetables, the 3 bitters, our whole entire geogenetic package is full of minerals. But notice we balance it out. We put you on an all-fruit diet because we don't want to build a beautiful house on a faulty foundation. Why would I put all these minerals in your body and you have a degenerative disease? I don't want to put minerals on top of acids. That's like building a damn mansion on a faulty foundation. Building on a hill that have mudslides all the time. You're going to come crashing and tumbling down. You're going to feel good for a minute, just like a house look good once it's built. But as soon as you start living up in that deal and slamming doors too hard, shit start breaking. That's the reason why we want to detoxify the body before we start putting minerals in it, or do it simultaneously and not just put, everybody thinks sea moss is the heal all and you put minerals on top of a faulty foundation. No, you can't do it like that. You cannot do it like that. So that's what you need. You need to cleanse the acids out of the body, and you need to build minerals on top to restructure that DNA, so you can start getting your glycine, your prolines, and your hydroprolines, your hydroxyl prolines, which is all amino acids, back into the body, so you can start building up the collagen and up the cartilage, or what we're going to call the disc again. But you got to get rid of the acids first. And the only way to do that is by opening up them kidneys and filtrating all that acid by way via the lymphatic system. And you cannot do that on a meat-eating diet. You cannot do that on the dairy-eating diet, on a lactose-eating diet. You can't do that on eating nuts and stuff all day, not even seeds. You're going to have to go all fruit and limited vegetables, which would be your herbs. And if you get super hungry every now and then, you can drink you some watery vegetables, you know, like romaine and watercress, bok choy, stuff like that, that got a high level of electrolyte water content inside of it. And that's how you're going to heal that problem. So not only was you dealing with that, but she said she was also dealing with high blood pressure. And high blood pressure is your kidneys and your adrenals all day. So when you look at blood pressure, you want to see the top part. The top part supposed to be 120, y'all. That's what the top part's supposed to be. And then the bottom part's supposed to be 70. Since we have been genetically weak and been passing down genetically weak cells, you start seeing the bottom part being 80. So they didn't just went with that number. But if you got 80, then I'm letting you know right now, your blood pressure is not right. You can survive with it, but it's supposed to be at 70. The top part means systolic. The bottom part means diastolic or diastolic. Now, the kidneys and the adrenals actually controls the blood pressure. Whenever you see the top number too high, you have hyperadrenals. You see that? Whenever you see that top number too low, you have hypoadrenals, and you need to get the adrenals back online. Same thing as the bottom number. Whenever you see the bottom number too high, you have hyperdiastolic, hyper kidney functioning, which is bad. Whenever you see it too low, you have hypo, meaning it's not functioning at all. And what happens is the kidneys and the adrenals pressurize, plus the lungs and the heart pressurize the blood throughout the entire body. Over 9 pints of the blood is going and circulating through the kidney at all times. I could be wrong at the pint number. Y'all Google that for me. I could be wrong, but I think it was 9, something like that. The body holds whatever pints I'm talking about all the time. And then remember, the kidneys is the seat of the ancestors, because this is where all your genetic material is going through by way of the blood, and the life is in the blood. The oxygen is in the blood. The hemoglobin is in the blood. And then, so whenever you see your blood pressure's off, it's automatically kidney or adrenals. Go after the kidneys and adrenals. And I tell y'all all the time, good kidney herbs is parsley. Parsley is my number one kidney herbs. Parsley. But then you have to break up all the agglomeration and all the accumulation and the coagulation of acids, because acids like to burn and weld things together. The good thing that burn that literally like go through and break up, scar tissues, break up certain types of minerals that have been clumped together by acids, clunk up crystallized uric acid and mucus and stuff, would be hydrangea root. So make sure you get some hydrangea root. Hydrangea root is a very, very good herb, and it's good for breaking up calcification. Now we got to cleanse the blood, because, the kidneys is what deals with the blood. Get you some red clover flower buds, not the leaf. The leaf is pretty cool, but the bud is more potent, than anything. Get red clover bud and mix it with some burdock root and some cleavers or some chaparral. That'll cleanse the blood real good. That way that blood can be thinned out while it's going through the kidneys, and the pressure won't be so up. And then you have to get the adrenal glands back online. Licorice root always get the adrenal glands back online. But since you are hypertension and not hypotension, and you dealing with high blood pressure, you're going to have to settle for wild yam root until you cleanse out all of the acids and you hydrate the body. Because just imagine, I want to show you something real fast. And I hope I'm not talking too much, but this is school. You're here to learn. You're here to learn. I want to show you something. Real quick. So this is a circulatory system right here, right? It's a circulatory system. Let me zoom in on this. So this is the circulatory system. Now notice how all of these blood, everything runs to the kidneys, right? Then the adrenal gland sits on top of the kidneys. Well, you have something called hydration or electrolytes, minerals, right? When you hydrate the body, what happens is the venous system and the cardiovascular system, or what we're going to call the arteries, they don't have to contract. They don't have to constrict themselves, because they're elastic. They're full of water. They're full of minerals. They're hydrated. Now when you start eating foods that dehydrate the body, like one food is alcohol. Alcohol is not a food, it's a poison, but it dehydrates the body. What happens is the body have to compensate for that. So the body start pulling water from different organs to go where the area needed that the body was the most dehydrated at. Now, the first thing it's going to start pulling from is the organs, but then you keep eating these acid-forming foods, and acids deprive the cells of oxygen, right? So now water is being pulled from the cells. Not only that, you keep eating these foods. You 15 years in, 30 years in on an acidic diet because you never knew that foods were fruits and you never knew that foods were vegetables. So now the water starts getting pulled from the blood and the plasma. So now the vessels, the veins and the arteries start getting deprived of oxygen and water, and it becomes dehydrated. So this makes these vessels constrict. They get very, very tight. And the reason why they're very, very tight is because they don't have water to make them elastic anymore. Now, you still have to have blood going in through the arteries, feeding the whole entire body oxygen, turning that into carbon dioxide, which then turns into, adenosine triphosphate, which is energy for vitality for cells, for you to give you your energetics. And then that carbon dioxide circulate and goes through the venous system, the veins, and then it comes back out through the mouth. You see that? That's how respiration truly works. That's how the respiratory system truly works. Now, I want to show y'all something. When you start pulling water from the blood and from the veins because you are so acidic and your body have to balance itself and compensate for all of the acids that you've been eating, you start constricting that blood vessel. First, the vessel was like this. Blood can go freely. Now the vessel is constricted and blood can't flow freely because you are very, very, very dehydrated. So what's going to happen is this. The blood that's going through the veins that was once flowing easy like this, I know they look nasty, y'all, but was once going like this, now since the vein is constricted, the blood have to press itself into the artery wall and through the vena cava. And when it presses itself in, it presses against that artery wall. And this is what raises the pressure through the kidneys and the adrenals of the blood. That is what they call hypertension or high blood pressure. It is literally that the veins, the arteries, and the vena cava, the actual vascular system, is so dehydrated and constricted due to the adrenals and the kidneys and the lack of hydration and hydrogen, because the body is full of acids and probably LDL cholesterol, plaque is just building up everywhere, that the blood now have to force its way with so much force and pressure to even get through the arteries and the veins. So it's pressing against that wall to get through, to make it back to that heart, the circular, for it can circulate back to the lungs, to bring you oxygen and vitality of the spirit, the biospiritual body, because we know that the fire is in the blood. If you look up the actual composition of blood, it's the same composition of fire, y'all. No bullshit. Look it up. That's how you know that the fire, the Brahma, the Holy Ghost, the Ruach HaKodesh is actually in the blood. The life is in the blood. And that life is going to try its damnedest to get vitality to the cells for you can live and experience God within. Even if it got to press the hell out of them arteries to get back to their heart and to get back to each individual cell to drop off oxygen, phytonutrients, and all the good healing constituents that it needs for the body to thrive off of. And that's what you call high blood pressure, that pressure that the blood is doing when it's trying to press itself against the arteries because the body is lacking hydration, causing the cardiovascular system to constrict. All right, I hope y'all got that. If y'all got that so far, type in some nines. Again, this is school. This is class, y'all. So I have to be long-winded sometimes. I'm trying to get better, y'all. And you see how I'm breaking it down. We're going one by one. That way, when my camera guy break these things down and put the graphics on them, it won't be so hard for him. Okay, I'm glad y'all understood that. All right, we learning up in this deal. All praises, all praises. All right, so we handled the degenerative disc disease. As I told you, you most definitely needed the geogenetic therapeutic package level 1. Extra 3 bitters to get all of the minerals in, to reproduce the glycine amino acid, the proline amino acid, and the hydroxyproline amino acid, which actually builds up the disc and the collagen or the cartilage that makes up the disc and the vertebrae. We talked about that. We talked about how you need to open up your kidneys and your adrenals to get the lymphatic system moving that lymph, because the lymphatic system is what deals with the acid side of chemistry, and by way of kidney filtration, which by way is by the adrenal glands, because the adrenal glands releases something, a mineral and also a hormone, and these hormones actually constrict and open up the lymphatic vessels for all of the lymph fluid and acids can actually flow to the kidneys, for the kidneys can process it out or filtrate it out. And I told you need an all-fruit diet. Now we're dealing with the high blood pressure. It's going to be the same exact thing. All-fruit diet, bringing in hydration, hydrating the body more with the electrolytes, where you can open up the vessels, for the vessels won't be constricted like they are, and your kidneys don't have to overwork overtime and put so much pressure on the cardiovascular system, the arteries, and the vena cava vein system, and that high blood pressure go all the way down. And I gave you the herbs. The herbs was red clover leaf. Also, I talked about parsley to clean the kidneys. I talked about hydrangea root to break up any calcification or agglomulation and coagulation. I talked about cleaver's leaf that's going to open up the lymphatic system and start cleansing that lymphatic system. We talked about all of that. And then overweight. Now, by default, on an all-fruit diet, you're going to lose weight. Whenever you're dealing with weight, you're dealing with metabolizing. The metabolitic organ of the body is the thyroid. The thyroid and the parathyroid is over the metabolitic process of the body by way of the pituitary gland, because the pituitary gland is the master gland over the thyroid. So you're going to have to go after the thyroid. The 3 bitters is how you go after the thyroid gland and the pituitary gland. I have something called the thyroid and parathyroid tincture on the website that'll go after that too. But since we know your case and I got your name and your email address when you order, I throw that stuff in there for you for free. All right, so always go after that thyroid. And good things for glands. The whole gland, your highway is always berries. Juniper berries, palmetto berries, chase berries, vatex berries, berries. Berries or antioxidants, high in antioxidants, and they're oxygenators, just like my my bitter 2 is the oxygenator. These things are very, very good for the glandular highway, or what they call the endocrine system, or what I personally call the chakras of the body. So you're going to have to get all that in. You got to remember, healing is holistic. It's whole. You have to go after the whole body. You just can't go after one organ, because the whole entire body is off if one piece is off, because the body is a whole entire network that's connected with a bigger network that's connected to something called the ecosystem. See, you are no different than your fellow brother or sister right beside you, nor are you no different from your brothers and sisters that's miles and miles from away from you. Just like the plants, the trees, and the animals, you are connected to them as too by way of the moon, sun, oxygen, air, and everything else. So you have to take care of you, for everything else can take care of itself. If one thing is off in this world, everything else is off. It's called the domino effect. That's how important you are. You just haven't realized that yet because you're stuck in your body, period. All right, if y'all got that so far, y'all type in some 9s and we're going to keep it going if y'all got that so far. All right, the best way to lose weight, go on the all-fruit diet. You want to lose some weight? Fast, go on the all-fruit diet. I don't care what you got going on. You're going to drop some weight, boy. We got people complaining. Yaki, I done lost 30 pounds in 4 weeks. I lost 20 pounds in a week. Okay, y'all got that? Okay, perfect. And if y'all like the way I'm reading it, then breaking it down, type in some 7s, going all the way through them and then breaking them down as we go back to them. If y'all like that as well, let me know. I lost 50 pounds. That's what I'm talking about, Christy Miller. I'm proud of you. Lost 50 pounds. All praises, goddess. All praises. That's what I'm talking about. Praise. Okay, cool. All right, next question. All right, the next question is this. It says, light and love to you. Peace, my brother. And to your team for all that you do and being. Peace, queen. Peace. Is this a queen? Yes, this is a queen. I have lipoma. All right, so anybody, I got to read it all the way through. My bad, y'all. I have lipoma on the right side of my neck. And it's about 1.5 inches in diameter. Also, I was diagnosed with diabetes, high blood pressure, sciatic nerve, deep vein thrombosis. My feet and ankles are constantly swollen. Even when I take fluid pills, I feel the swelling when I eat. I am constantly going to the bathroom at night with great urgency. Please coach me. Guide me on turning my life around. I am sick of all the pills. I am sick of all the pills I'm given by my doctor, which I hate to take. I feel you. They don't seem to be working. They not. I know I have abused my body. Yes, you have, queen. With my lifestyle choices, but I am ready to turn it around. My phone number is blase. So you ready? It sounds like you ready. All right, so the first thing I want to deal with is she said she had lipoma. Let me show y'all what a lipoma is, and then we'll go in. Let me show y'all what a lipoma is real quick. Let me pull it up for y'all, for those that don't know what a lipoma is. Let me show y'all real fast. So all a lipoma is, so lipoma, you're dealing with lipid. That's the base word to it. I can't find a picture right now because I don't want to cut off the internet. Y'all off. If I Google it, I should have pulled a picture up, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to mess up the feed. So a lipoma is basically a pocket of lipids that builds up around your lymph nodes of your body. You get them in your neck, you get them on your back, you get them on your elbows, you get them anywhere that you see a glomulation or accumulation build up of lymph nodes, you start seeing lipoma there. If you listen to the word, the breakdown is lipid. Lipid is just an oily-based system. That oily-based system or chemistry in your body is alkaline in nature, and that is your lymphatic system. When you get lipomas, that is because the kidneys and the adrenals are so down and are so fatigued that they can't process all that lymph. So the interstitial fluid of the body starts being backed up with lymphatics. Just all lymph fluid is backing up and backing up. All acids is backing up and backing up. So what the body does is it goes through something called a fontanelle. And I talk to y'all about this all the time. A fontanelle stands for an alternative route of elimination. I want y'all to put this in the comment board, y'all. Fontanelle. And say fontanelle stands for alternative route of elimination. And the reason why I want y'all to say it with me, because when you start saying things and typing them and writing them down, you retain it better, and it gets stuck. It gets stuck in that genetic code and it don't go nowhere. So a fontanelle, alternative route of elimination. Once I see that getting in there, we're going to keep it going. Thank you, Christy Miller. Thank you, Christy Miller. A fontanelle stands for alternative route of elimination. That's right. Now, these so-called benign tumors, which there's no such thing as a benign tumor. These tumors are glomulated dead lymphatic tissues. They're glomulated dead lymphatic cells. If you pop them, guess what's going to pop out of them? You're going to see a bunch of mucus. You're going to see a little bit of blood, and you're going to see clumps of little white stuff, which is macrophages, dead T cells, dead B cells, all types of things inside of them, because the body was trying to process them outside of the body by way of the kidneys and adrenals. But the kidneys and the adrenals are down right now, and the lymphatic system is backed up. So what the body does, the body is just beautifully and wonderfully creatively made. What the body will do is it will start just opening up the skin and start trying to poop out of the skin, defecate out of the skin. So if the lymphatic system is backed up, lymphatic, lipid system, lipoma, if that lipid system is backed up and it needs to get out, it's going to start pressing against the skin, beating down the door to get out. So you start seeing a glomulation in pockets of lymph and of dead cells, of dead blood cells, of dead corpuscles, of dead uric acid cells, been burnt by uric acid, all these cells, and then it starts building up pressure to finally break the skin. But before the skin breaks these tissues, because the tissues is strong around these cells, because the body has a way of trying to isolate chemistry while trying to eliminate chemistry. It's like the body is too smart for its own good sometimes, y'all, I'm telling you, because the tissues is made to protect the body from the outward world. So the body tissues will actually protect the tumor. But the tumor is forming because the tumor is trying to get the hell out of the body. Y'all see that? So the tissue, especially melanin tissue, y'all, is trying to protect the tumor because it's trying to protect the body from the outside world. But the inside of the body, like, look, I need to get these damn toxins out of me. So it's going to form a pocket and agglomulate in a certain area to try to press out. That's why you see tumors pop out of people, or you see a pimple pop on its own. That's the body taking a poop, trying to get rid of all the toxemia and get rid of all the acidosis and all the acidic waste that the body have been building up from either wrong eating or for your body just going through its regular day processes. This all happens by way of the lymphatic system. But if the lymphatic system is backed up because the adrenal glands is down and the kidneys is not filtering right, the body gonna say, well, I guess my skin need to take a poop, because we have to realize that the skin is the largest. Look, I need y'all to put this in the thing too. The skin is the largest organ of the body. Not only is the skin the largest organ of the body, but the skin is the third kidney. All right, I need y'all to type this in. The skin is the largest organ of the body, and the skin is the third kidney. All right. Teresa Bakley said, just poop more. It's not that complex. It's not that simple, because that is talking about macro waste. That's talking about digestive waste. You don't get lipomas from digestive waste. You get lipomas from actual cellular metabolic waste. You have two waste systems of the body. You have two waste systems of the body. You have digestive waste, which is due to the digestive system. That comes out of the anus. Then you have metabolitic cellular waste that actually is accumulated by your cells. That is the lymphatic system that process out that. So even if they poop more, they could poop all day. If they still backed up interstitially by way of the lymphatic system, guess what? The largest kidney on the body, because the skin is a lymphatic organ. The kidney is a lymphatic organ. The spleen is a lymphatic organ. The adrenal glands is a lymphatic organ. The tonsils is a lymphatic organ. I can keep going, so on and so forth. If these things are backed up, you can poop 20, 30 times a day. Guess what? Guess what's going to happen? You still going to get lymphomas because you're not getting rid of the metabolic waste that the cells are accumulating. Lymphatic massages will work. So the first one we see is that the kidney is the largest organ of the body. We need to see that inside of the comment board, and we need to see that the the skin is the skin is the largest organ of the body, and the skin is the third kidney. Meaning that if the kidneys are not doing their job, the skin will. And you will start seeing things like that. Tumors, rashes. You see that? Real bad acne. That is the skin taking a poop of your cellular waste because the kidneys and the adrenal glands was not able to filtrate and process them out. So the skin will do the job. The skin will do the job. So if you got a lipoma, that just means that the lymphatic system is backing up and is trying to poop through the skin, but the skin is too tough for the lipoma to bust and come out. So the best way you can do is what she just said. I will start doing lymph node massages and a lot of lymphatic massages. But the first thing, you do not want to start moving lymph. Lymph is already backing up into places and forming benign, which is no such thing as a benign tumor, forming benign tumors. So that means if you start moving the lymph and the kidneys and the adrenals are still down, you can kill yourself. You don't want to kill yourself because this will drown and literally suffocate the cells, kill the macrophages, the T cells, the B cells. Now your whole lymphatic defense system, or what they call the immunological system, is down, and then you would die. You can die from that. You can actually back up so bad interstitially that you die from kidney failure. So you don't want to be moving lymph and cleansing the lymphatic system without the kidneys filtrating. Make sure that the kidneys are filtrating first. So in your case, in this just particular case, period, we need to be going after the kidneys and the adrenals. The kidneys and the adrenals. Yeah, how you doing? You still having contractions? Is they strong contractions? They slow down. I thought we was having a baby tonight, y'all. He trying to stay in the belly. He trying to stay in the belly. All right. I'll be up there in a minute. No, I'm cool. I got my apple juice. I'm straight. All right. So first thing we have to do is go after the kidneys. Kidney filtration. If you go on my website, I have something called the Kidney and Adrenal Kit. That's what I get for you. And you also need to get you some black salve. This is nothing but blood root mixed together with poke root, mixed together with cleavers as a paste. Put some beeswax, some honey beeswax up in there, and break it up real good. Put a few essential oils in there, and you're going to rub it on that lymphoma, and usually that oil will come out. You'll pour that oil out. But we still have a problem because we got to get you draining through the kidney. So we're going to have to spend a lot of time and focus on the kidneys, particularly inside the kidney, something called the nephrons. The nephrons is the filtration glandulars of the kidneys, y'all. So the best way to open up the kidneys, I tell y'all all the time, my kidney and my adrenal kit off the website. If you want to get your own herbs and do it, parsley, good for the kidneys. Cleaver's roof, good. Cleaver's leaf, very, very good for the kidneys. Stingy nettle root, very, very good for the kidneys. Juniper berries. Juniper berries is amazing when it comes to kidney filtration and dry fasting. Go 16 hours without food nor water. 16 hours, nothing should touch your tongue but your own spit. And you will start seeing that filtration come out. And what you're looking for is when you urinate, when you wake up in the morning, you're going to urinate in the glass, come back 6 hours to 10 hours later, you want to see a white, dense substance floating to the bottom of the cup. You see that? And that white dense substance is the same white pus same white mucus and pus and stuff that's going to come out of that lymph when you bust that lipoma. And what that is dead macrophages, dead blood corpuscles, dead toxemias, metabolic waste, and everything else that I've been talking about. So go after the kidneys, go after the adrenals. The reason why you have to go after the adrenals, because the adrenals actually produces acetylcholine. And acetylcholine is actually a hormone or a neurotransmitter that is produced by the kidneys. And what this hormone or what this neurotransmitter do is both of them to me, if you ask me. It's a hormone and it's a neurotransmitter. So now we getting into the kidneys and the adrenals. So these are the adrenals. And I tell y'all that this is like a 5-time life-size kidney and adrenals. The kidneys and the adrenals are very little. The adrenals are the sizes of a walnut, and they shape like a pyramid. And they're over a bunch of things that I'm not going to get into today. The classes that I'm doing to talk about them good. And in other videos, I talked about them a whole lot. But just for the sake of teaching y'all in this video to answer her questions. So the adrenal glands are walnut shaped like a pyramid shaped like structures that sit on top of each kidneys. And they're in control of something called acetylcholine. And this is a melanin neurotransmitter / hormone that is produced by the adrenals that tells the kidneys nephrons. These are nephrons inside the kidneys. Each kidneys have 1 million nephrons per kidney. And these nephrons, these little vascular systems, open up and close for filtration of lymph, for filtration of metabolic waste, for filtration of toxemia, for filtration of unwanted and unutilized minerals, for filtration of byproducts of fuel, byproducts of minerals. And it literally filtrates these things out. It goes inside of the urethra. It goes down the urethra into the urinary tract, into the bladder. Then from the bladder, the pituitary gland sends a signal to the bladder that tells the bladder to empty itself by way of the pituitary gland, and then it goes through its urinary tract, and then you actually urinate all the metabolic waste and toxemia that the body been accumulating from eating and just going through its everyday, responses out of the body. So the reason why we need the adrenal glands to get back online in her case, because the acetylcholine actually tells not only the cardiovascular system to constrict or to open up, but it tells the lymphatic system to do the same thing. So if you want to get the lymphatic vessels to start pulsating and doing their things, moving along that meridian highway to open up, for fontanelles, alternative route to eliminations, or regular routes of eliminations, what you're going to have to do is get the adrenal glands back online. And I tell y'all this all the time, kidney and adrenal kit off the website. I mean, go after it and get you some 3 bitters. Make sure you get them 3 bitters. Them 3 bitters is going to do you good. I don't know nobody that had our kidney and adrenal kit with 3 bitters that couldn't get filtration. I mean, you can get you filtering real good. It ain't no problem to get you filtrating. All right. So we hit that part. That's the lipo. Okay. Lymphatic brushing. Make sure you do a lot of lymphatic brushing. And I want you to do this all once you're filtering. Get the kidney and adrenal kit. Get on an all-fruit diet, high in grapes. Once you're filtering, then start doing deep lymphatic tissue massages. Start doing lymphatic brushes. Start doing hot and cold showers. Start doing rebounding, running, jumping. Start going to a steam sauna. You can do the steam sauna throughout the whole cleanse, whether the kidneys are filtering or not. That way your skin can be filtering all the metabolic waste while you're doing it. We're going to clean out the digestive tract to get rid of the mucus plug and stuff like that. But the kidney and adrenal kit off the website, I gave you the herbs that you need, an all-fruit diet for that. And also it says I also was diagnosed with diabetes. Diabetes, all-fruit diet is going to be better because you're not using the pancreas. I explain this so much. Inside of the pancreas, you have something called alpha cells, beta cells, delta cells, to keep it short, because I explain this in every video. The alpha cells is the glycogen, that's the sugar that's in the blood. The beta cells is what produces your insulin. Insulin is what actually transfers sugar into each cell so you can get ATP and energy. Well, that goes by way of insulin to get glucose into the blood. Well, if you're not eating sugar from vegetables and high fructose corn syrup and all this other bull crap, and you just eating an all-fruit diet, the fructose that comes from the sugar doesn't need insulin to penetrate a cell. It goes through something called cellular infusion. So by eating an all-fruit diet, you actually bypass the pancreas, and you don't need to use the pancreas. So that's going to heal your diabetes automatically because you're not even using the pancreas and you don't need insulin. So you can spend that energy that you've been utilizing trying to use insulin. That same energy can be utilized on healing the pancreas, and you're dealing with a Fasciolopsis boyski fluke worm that's in the pancreas. I haven't cleansed nobody of diabetes yet that didn't have a Fasciolopsis boyski hemiworm. Anybody that got diabetes, if you look inside that pancreas, you're dealing with a fluke worm, period. And that fluke worm is tearing the hell out of that pancreas, especially the islands of Langerhans. And that just is what it is. So kill that parasite, get on an all-fruit diet, bypass the pancreas, use cellular infusion by eating all fruits. That'll give the energy that the body is yielding from the fruits time to heal the pancreas. Make sure you're sleeping for at least 8 to 10 hours a day, because when you're sleeping, you're in a forced fast. Inside of this forced fast, your body is actually cleansing, detoxifying, and rebuilding itself due to the circadian rhythm. This is melatonin and serotonin constituents, and just keep on the healing path. Focus on kidney filtration. Go on an all alkaline diet, which is the all fruits. And then once you start filtering, start, really, really going after the lymphatic system. And then you also have sciatic nerve. I just told y'all about sciatic nerve, so then we don't need to talk about that again. I was telling y'all S1, S2, S3, between L5 and between L3 and L4 is these nerves. All these nerves right here come together and creates a big nerve that goes through the lumbar bones. You see that? And these are what you call the sciatic nerves. And what happened is, through the vertebrae, due to cellular degenerative, conditions, or degenerative bone tissue, or degenerative discs, I told y'all how it closes up and it pinches the nerve. And that's all sciatic nerve is. And I think I got a picture on here that'll show y'all that. I hope I do. Let me see. Let me see. What if your body doesn't produce insulin? Mary Ali, I don't think you heard what I said. If your body doesn't produce insulin, who cares anyway? We're going to get the body to produce insulin by healing the pancreas. The body's going to produce insulin. Insulin is just not being infused into the blood because something is wrong with the neurological pathways. The neurological pathways of the nerves is what commands, through their hormones and stuff, and melanin neurotransmitters, what commands the beta cells to produce the insulin, this alcohol solvent, to go into the bloodstream, to take the sugar, glucose, and to penetrate the cell to drop off the food. So if you heal the pancreas and you heal the nervous system, then the body is going to utilize insulin. But if you're on an all-fruit diet, who cares? You bypassing the pancreas. Fruits do not need the pancreas to break down a damn thing. Let me say it again. Fruits does not need the pancreas to break down anything unless you get into real, gnarly fruit that's very, very high in amino acids. Like for instance, if we talking about avocado, then it's going to need the pancreas and it's going to need the gallbladder because it's going to produce them salts. It's going to produce them fatty acids, and that fatty acid needs to be distributed to the lipid system, which is the lymphatic system. And that's the reason why we need fats. Fats is very good for the brain, and fats is also good for the lymphatic system because it's a lipid-based system. You need the pancreas for that because the pancreas creates certain type of digestive enzymes that breaks down that fat and take it to the gallbladder to mix it with the basal salts. And then by way of the gallbladder and the pancreas, it gets distributed into the lymphatic system for you can start calming down all of these acids that are accumulated by the body. So, but other than that, other than that, you don't need the pancreas. If you eat an all-fruit diet, you do not need the pancreas, period, because it's going to go through cellular infusion. Meaning the fructose do not need the pancreas to go through the bloodstream to get inside of the blood to fire off ATP, adenosine triphosphate, for actual fuel. It will infuse itself without the pancreas. That's why fruits is the diet for the livid for men. So, it just is. It just is. I'm glad you asked that question, though. All right. Feet and ankles constantly swelling. That's because the kidneys is backed up and the kidneys is not working. High blood pressure. I already explained to y'all what high blood pressure is. It's the lack of hydration. Again, and the kidneys and the adrenals, the top part systolic, bottom part diastolic. Reason why you swelling, because the lymphatic system is what deals with the water. Lymphatic system is what deals with the oils. Lymphatic system is actually what deals with the acids. The lymphatic system is what deals with the T cells, the B cells. The lymphatic system is what deals with the mucosal membrane. The lymphatic system is what deals with the LDL, all your cholesterol base. The lymphatic system is the shit, y'all. It is. That's why we have to pay attention to it. So if it ain't working properly and you starting to see swelling in the legs, that means your kidneys is not getting rid of the water. And something is wrong with your pituitary gland, because the pituitary gland is in control of your water retention. So now you got to go after the pituitary gland. I just told y'all the foods, the classification of foods that go after the glandular highway is berries. High in berries. Hit berries hard. Go do mono fruit fasting. Go on berries for 3 days straight. Then go on grapes for another 3 days straight. We're in times where we got to get extreme with this, y'all. We got to cleanse the body, because if you can't cleanse the physical carcass, then your spirituality ain't shit. And that's just the truth. You cannot be a spiritual, high, vibratory, vibrational being that resonate with all things, that's connected to the non-ether, and you fat, sloppy, and your body is full of acids. It's impossible. Impossible. Anybody telling y'all that that's possible, they're lying. That fat, sick preacher at the church is lying to y'all. Straight up. These sick Hebrew Israelite teachers in these congregations, sick as a dog, but saying that they got the Holy Spirit, they lying to y'all. How you sick then? These Kemetic priests that saying peace gods and, all peace and the black woman's God and this is that and this and that, but they sick. How you know you sick? You ain't even experienced the euphoria yourself. You see what I'm saying? It's impossible to reach your potential of spirituality if you lock down in your damn body because of acidosis. These people be lying. That's why highly spiritual beings are breatharians. They don't eat shit because they know eating causes acids. Or some of them are liquiditarians. They don't eat any solid foods. They eat nothing but liquids. Or the some that do eat solid foods eat them raw. They don't even eat them cooked. These are high level of energetics to reach spirituality. Anything lower than that, for real, you got glitches in the matrix, man. You glitching everywhere. How you teaching something spiritual and you got acids in your body? That is a walking contradiction. Just being real, man. I'm just being 100. Straight up. And all you got fat Hebrew Israelite teachers talking about they camp is the truth in the way. You got sick Hebrew Israelite elders, sick Hebrew Israelite pastors talking about the only way, to do it the right way in the Bible is by way of they different camp. You Negroes are sick, eating the wrong foods, indulging in dead animals' flesh. What is spiritual about that? And then you have the nerve to pray over what you just murdered. It's an oxymoron. Hey, whatever. Y'all don't know nothing, huh? People is crazy, man. People are crazy. Then you got Pastor Pochop in church telling you how to get to God. And he on diabetes medicine. He take insulin pumps. He on high blood pressure. He have erectile dysfunction. He can't even get his penis hard to procreate, but he can show you the truth, the way, and the light. The life of the world. We got to start making this stuff make sense. Don't even make sense, man. That's why I don't have conversations with people no more. It just, because it don't, it's like I'm entertaining retarded stuff. I'm like, oh, you say you did what for a profession again? And you know me, I like to diagnose. I'm looking at eyes. I'm reading face. I'm doing reflexology. I'm doing iridology. I'm seeing all types of nerve rings in the eyes. I'm seeing lymphatic, all types of luteins in the eyes. I'm like, hold on. I'm seeing bad kidneys, looking at rings under the eyes, black marks. I'm seeing liver spots between the eyes. And I'm saying, you meditate how many times a day? You do? Oh, for real? You astral project? You're not a REM sleep? How in the hell is you REM sleeping and your adrenals are down? I'm seeing adrenal bumps all in your face, all in the adrenal area. Your intestines is all backed up and you in touch with the unseen? I'll be looking at niggas like they crazy, man. You can't fool me. You know what I'm saying? I'm a healer. Who you fooling? You might be pretending to Facebook in the world. You might take pictures like this, but I know what's going on in your eternals. I know what you do behind closed doors because it's showing through your skin. It's showing in your eyes. It's showing on your face. It's showing through your hair. It's showing through your brittle nails. It's showing to that thrust building yeast tongue. It's showing from the stench and the smell that's coming from your pores. It's showing from the pheromones that's coming from under your armpits. It's showing from the way you walk. It's showing from that mucus that I hear when you talk that's all inside the voice box. But you spiritual. Get out of here, man. Oh, okay. Boy. All right, but anyways, let's keep it going. It says, please coach me. I'm trying to do that to you now. So look, we got to open up the kidneys. I told you, kidney and adrenal kit. Kidney and adrenal kit, all fruit diet. You know, and make sure once you get the filtration going on and you start seeing that kidney filtration, you know, once you see that filtration, then it's time to hit the lymphatic system hard. That way you can filtrate what the body been accumulating. You can start eliminating. You got to remember, y'all, the 4 keys to the kingdom. Somebody write down the 4 keys to the kingdom for me. Digestion, absorption, utilization, and elimination. Break it down for me. Somebody write it down. These are the 4 keys to the kingdom. These are the 4 pillars to the biospiritual body. Digestion, absorption, utilization, and elimination. Whatever the body digests, it must be able to absorb before it can use what it digests. Once it absorbs it has to utilize it. Once it utilizes it, it's going to create byproducts that you have to eliminate. Because if you don't eliminate it, the body will accumulate it. This accumulation sets in agglomulation, coagulation, and then the body starts deteriorating. That should be a rhyme. One of my great teachers, Dr. Morse, taught me that. That's a whole rhyme. I just put a little pizzazz on it, you know what I'm saying? Yes, yes, yes. There we go. Digestion, absorption, utilization, and elimination. That is the 4 keys to the kingdom. And apple juice. Apple juice is another key to the kingdom. I love apple juice. All right. You know what? I'm gonna stop this right here, and it's 10:55. I'm gonna ask a few of y'all questions online. What y'all got for me? Before we start asking any of y'all questions online, if y'all had some understanding, overstanding, and understanding so far, type in some 9s. Type in some 9s. I'm so glad September, October found me watching your truth team, Yaki. Something about how I view disease, being a nurse and all, has been corrected. Questions I have all along for some answers. All praises, Christine Muga. All praises, you know. And we out here learning. We out here learning. And you just, you know, you being a nurse, you just learn from that lying curriculum. You know, so now you hear it. And I'm not gonna ever sit up here and say, Yaki is the class of the truth. I'm still learning. Can't knock my healing cases though. I got a hell of a lot of those. But I ain't finna sit on here and proclaim to be the best herbalist of the world. There's people out there better than me. To be the best intellectual in the world, there's people out there more intellectual than me. To be the most spiritual being of all times, there's more people that's more spiritual. I'm still working on discipline. I'm still working on retaining. I'm still working on mastering my meditation, mastering my stretching, my yoga, mastering my breath work, my breathing, mastering the harnessing of the spirit, of the fire. I'm still a student. You know what I'm saying? I stay humble because the more you remain humble, it allows you for room to grow. These big head, high horse Negroes out here be blowing my mind, man. I can't even be around you. That's a city. The only people that act like that is people that got high acidosis. Straight up. Only time you showing your ass is when you have high acidosis. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? I don't never want to come across like that. I am always a student. I can learn from y'all. I can learn things from y'all. You hear me? Straight up. I can learn things from y'all. One thing y'all can't knock, though, is them healing cases. HIV, sickle cell anemia, leukemia, cancer, breast cancer, liver cancer, Alzheimer's. What else have we done healed about? Man, them herbs is for the healing of the nations, for real. All right. All right, I'm glad y'all learning. I'm glad y'all learning. I'm glad y'all learning. All right, let's see if y'all learning. Let's do a quiz, and then I'm going to answer the question. Let's do a quiz. Let's quiz it up real quick. Give me the food that is for the glandular highway or the endocrine system regeneration. What food regenerates the endocrine system, or what I call the glandular highway, or what I call chakras? What are food for the chakras? Let's see if you've been listening. It's a specific classification of group of foods. I don't want to hear vegetables or fruits. If y'all saying vegetables, I need to know what vegetables. If y'all, dang, y'all on it. Okay. I, forever student, berries. I, Tamika Holmes, berries. I, Gigi Baby, berries. You was close, Shatera Robinson. You was close, goddess. It was grapes. Grapes is good for pulling acids. So whenever I ask what's good for busting tumors and pulling tumors, grapes. Because grapes have all them tannins in it. It thins the blood and it's astringent. It will pull the out of some things. That's right, Jaleese. Berries. That's right, Hagar. Berries. Willie Prince. You was almost right. Grapes is good for pulling things, though. Grapes is more of a astringent fruit. It pulls. You know, we use grape fastest for cancer because it pulls on tumors. That's right, Iris Aman. Berries. That's right, Tiff Moore. Peace, goddess. Berries. That's right, Beautiful Beginnings. Berries. Melissa, berries. All right, good. Let me get one more. Let me see what I got. What is my favorite herb? Matter of fact, I ain't gonna even do that to y'all because y'all that's ego. That's ego involved. I'm not gonna do that. Give me 2 herbs for the kidneys, y'all. 2 herbs. Give me 2 herbs for the kidneys. Not herbs for the lymphatic system and kidneys, just kidneys only. 2 herbs for kidneys only. Two herbs for the kidneys only. I need 2 of them. 2 herbs for the kidneys only. I don't want an herb that's for the lymphatic system. That's right, Christy. 3 bitters. Christy Miller say 3 bitters. The 3 bitters out healing the world, y'all. I'm gonna let you win that just for saying that alone. Thank you, Christy. 2 herbs for the kidney. Not blue vervain. Blue vervain is good for the nervous system. Chickweed is a tonic. It's a toner and strength. It's a proliferator. So chickweed is good for strengthening things, strengthening the cells of the kidneys. I'm talking about this cleansing the kidneys. Nettle, okay, Miss Nazarite, Atoya, Ishikar. I feel you guys, but what part of nettle? What part of the nettle? Because different parts of the nettles do different things. You know, you got stingy nettle leaf that's good for the blood in the heart. But you got stingy nettle root that's good for what? There we go. Tiff Moore, parsley. There you go, Adrian, HS. Parsley and juniper berries. Very, very good for the kidneys, y'all. Parsley. There you go. Abigail Nelson. I see y'all in here. Do the grapes have to be seeded? Yes, I will say the grapes have to be seeded, but I'm not a liar either. We didn't heal somebody with cancer on a seedless grape diet. She did nothing but seedless grape for 45 days. This one I had the amino acid therapeutic package before we changed it to the geogenetic, and she got rid of her breast cancer. She got rid of her breast cancer on an all grape diet without seeds. We couldn't find her no grapes. She was somewhere in Newark, New Jersey, a bad area. They ain't had no food, but she had grapes with no seeds. We put her on an all grape diet because she couldn't afford to come to the healing home. This is when we had the healing home up down here in St. Louis, Missouri, me and Kobe with the wives. And she stayed back in Jersey. She got on an all grape diet with no seeds and got healed of cancer with the herbs and the grapes. So, you know what I'm saying? I would never recommend it, but in extreme measures, she did it and it worked. So there you go, Tamika Holmes. Peace, goddess. How you doing? Hydrangea and parsley. Now remember, hydrangea is to actually break up agglomulation and calcification. But the parsley is good for the kidneys. Now, if the kidneys have a lot of acidosis and a lot of buildup, use the hydrangea because the hydrangea gonna come through breaking shit up. That's what the hydrangea do. The hydrangea is the big bully on the block. And it's a male plant. You know what I'm saying? He don't play no games. Hawthorn and nettle. Hawthorn is not good for the kidneys. Hawthorn is tonifying to the kidneys. It will tone them, but it won't cleanse them. Hawthorn berry is another cellular proliferator. You know, the hawthorn berries, the hawthorn flower, and the hawthorn leaf is good for the heart. It literally is good for the heart, but the heart and the kidneys are assimilated together. So it will tonify the kidneys, but we talking about astringent and stripping them kidneys. So mine will be parsley. Bok choy, parsley, and cilantro. Cilantro is good for cleansing out metal. Cilantro is a blood cleanser and a deep tissue cleanser. Cilantro. Burdock root is another blood cleanser, Yolanda Brown. Burdock root is a blood cleanser. It cleanses the liver and it strengthens the liver as well. Burdock root is part of the barbs family when you look at botanical names. Licorice root is good for the adrenal glands. Look, Christy Miller, I'm going to give you this, goddess. And the reason why I'm going to give you this, that's a good one. I like that. Christy Miller said licorice root for the kidneys. And I'm going to say licorice root for the kidneys too, because in order to get the kidneys to filter, you need to get the adrenal glands back online. And the herb for the adrenals, without a shadow of a doubt, is licorice root. And without the adrenal glands being online, the kidneys cannot open for processing and filtration anyway. So Christy Miller, I like that. I like that. I like the way you put that together. Then Sean D. Johnson, again, dandelion, leaf or root. That's another. That's for the liver. That's liver and blood all day. Marshmallow root, Shatera Robinson. Marshmallow root is a high alkaline. I use that in my alkali tea. That is a soother. That comes through and just calm shit down. You know, the marshmallow root is more of the alkaline. It just alkaline everything. You know, you got high stomach acid, marshmallow root, it'll calm it down. You see that you got all type of acid reflux, GERD disease, marshmallow root gonna calm it down. You know, you can use marshmallow root baths for people that have burnt skin and been in house fire. Mix some marshmallow roots and, you know what I'm saying, with some other different type of alkalining tea like corn silk with marshmallow root and sit them in that and it'll cool them down. So that's an alkalining herb. I wouldn't say it's for the kidneys, but it is an alkalining herb though. St. John's wort, that's more of bones, joints, cartilage. It cleanses the blood a little bit. It goes after a few of, you know, I'll say that's more lymphatic. That's more lymphatic. I wouldn't say kidneys. Red clover, again, is more blood. That cleanses the blood. I'm glad that y'all on here, though, and y'all trying to, you know, figure these things out. All right, I'm going to take a few questions and we're going to get up out of here, y'all. What y'all got for me? That's right, RCB. He said, teacher, also wild yam root. And that's what I teach. Most definitely. You're teaching the right knowledge. If you got high blood pressure, do not take licorice root because it will give you a heart attack and stroke. Herbs are deadly, y'all. Y'all just don't know it because a lot of y'all been getting whack herbs or people don't know how to mix them. But herbs can be deadly, especially lymphatic herbs. They're some of the most deadliest toxic roots on planet Earth. Poke root will kill your ass dead. Blood root will kill your ass dead. Red root will kill your ass dead, straight if you're mixing them wrong. And it's the same thing with licorice root. It will stroke you out. It will kill you dead. Same thing as white oak bark, white willow, things that they use for aspirin, will kill you dead if you are not. That's why you gotta be careful with these herbs, y'all. You really do. Really do. Chaparral will kill your liver. Chaparral will shut your liver down. Oregano will shut your liver down in high doses. So, you know, you got to be careful. You got to be careful with the herbs as well, too, y'all. Everything, you got to be gentle with creation, especially when you're dealing with nature and you're dealing with botanicals. You got to be gentle with them. You got to be gentle because they fight back. They fight back. All right, Nikki Lane, what would you do about pituitary tumors? The same thing I do about any tumors. You got to cleanse out the lymphatic system. That tumor got a long way to go before it gets to the kidneys. So I still be trying to work on kidneys and focusing on kidney filtration, but I'll be going real hard after the tonsils. The tonsils are some of the biggest lymph nodes that deals with the lymphatic system. So I'm going to say that's a lymph node, not a lymph node. And it deals with all the drainage of the brain, all the lymph that's inside of the brain. So in order to get that tonsil to dissipate and just get down and to break up all that agglomeration in that tonsil, you have to go out to the pituitary gland with all the berries, you know, zinc, copper, gold, because it's what builds the pituitary for functioning. And you're going to have to go after the lymph nodes, which is in the back of the throat. That's what's going to drain, and the macrophages is going to chew up them gnarly chemistries that's building the tumor in the first place. Anytime you're dealing with a tumor, we automatically go geogenetic level 3. Geogenetic level 3, all fruit diet, Don't play no games, no vegetables, no none of that. All fruit, high in fruit juices, and you most definitely have to deal with the geogenetic level 3 therapeutic package off the website. And while you're on that, is it messing with your eyesight? Is it messing with your cognitive, capabilities? Is it messing with your mobility? Because them tumors pressing again, that pituitary tumors start messing up a lot of stuff. So I don't really play around when it comes to that. How can you stop bladder leakage? Callister Barger, how you doing? Man, I love you. You've been following me for a long time. You've been looking out for me a long time. You're a great student. So I just want to give you your shouts out. I want to give you a shout out straight up. You've been following me for a while. What I would do to actually heal that up, you have to look at connective tissue. So the connective tissue is in control by the thyroid gland. So you're going to have to go after the thyroid and the parathyroid, because the thyroid and the parathyroid actually is what heals the skin and the tissues and the cells together. And we got to talk about minerals too, because if you lack minerals, then you're going to lack amino acids. If you lack amino acids, like I showed you with the DNA structure, then you're going to lack protein, and these protein structures are what stick the structure together. So you're going to have to go after the thyroid, cleanse the thyroid. I get a Sacral Glandular kit off the website, and eat very, very cooling foods. Don't eat nothing that's going to produce a lot of acid. Don't even eat fruits, acidic fruits. No acidic fruits. No vegetables that's going to create a bunch of hydrochloric acids. Anything that's going to create too much acids. And then it's bladder leakage too, which means that in your pee is already acidic. So you need to be trying to alkaline your pee as much as possible, which is impossible to do, by the way. But I mean as much as possible. So make sure you're not drinking any sodas and concentrated juices, pasteurized juices, fresh juice. And if you can find you some spring water from a hot spring or from a well, or Styrian well, drink some of that, and that'll heal that up. But whatever you're dealing with, building back up connective tissue and healing tissues and scars, is always thyroid and parathyroid, because that's what's in control of connective tissue. The Sacral Glandular kit with the thyroid and parathyroid tincture off my website with an all-fruit diet. Breathwork Courses is going up. It's we just got to get it on the website the right way. It's a payment thing that's messing up with the website. We getting the website rebuilt, but the payment method with the website, when we try to add the breath courses the right way, is messing up. So we're trying to figure that out now. So that'll be there soon for y'all. That'll be there soon for y'all can actually sign up. It actually ain't gonna kick off until December, but registration was on the 18th. But we haven't figured out how to actually get it on the site the right way. And I don't want to do Cash App and stuff like that. I don't want it to look janky. I want it to be legit. I want y'all to be able to go to the website and actually buy the courses. Have a autoimmune disease in my liver, and any tips? No such thing. Cameron Burks. There's no such thing as autoimmune, because there's no such thing as the immune system. There's a such thing as a lymphatic system. So you're saying you have a lymphatic disease inside of your liver, meaning you got to open up the lymphatic system to get all of that globulation and acidosis out of the liver. Go on all fruit, herbs for the liver to cleanse the liver. Again, it's dandelion root, dandelion leaf, burdock root, burdock leaf, milk thistle seeds. Make sure you grind the seeds up, or you can actually get a liver cleanse from me, and I can cleanse that liver up real good. You will actually go on the site and you will get the amino acid therapeutic package week 1 and 2. Week 1 and 2, or get the level 1. And I'll make sure that I customize it to clean your liver out for you very, very good. Get all the liver stones out, get all the gallstones out, get all the bile ducts cleaned out, get the hepatic ducts cleaned out for you, everything. So that's what you would need on an all-fruit diet. Always all-fruit diet with me, unless you're dealing with something real minor. Anything above minor, I don't care if it's sub minor hard. I'm going straight for the all-fruit diet, because the fruits are just, they're healing faculties, y'all. They hydrate the body. All the amino acids you need are in the fruits. All the minerals you need are in the fruits. And again, they got H3O2, negative ion charge in them. It's good for every part of the body. The fruit is literally good for every, herbs is for certain structure function. Certain herbs is not good for one organ, but it's good for another organ. Fruits is not like that. Fruits is good for the entire body. Fruits good for the blood, lymphatic system, the entire body, y'all. I mean, it's just amazing. And I'm speaking of tropical fruits, more higher than any other fruits. Breastfeeding and dieted tips. Iris, amen. When you breastfeeding, you should be completely raw on an all raw alkaline diet. Point blank period. Point blank period. How long should I stay on fruit livid, not diet, to detox full body? If you want to detox a full body on fruits without the help of the vegetable kingdom, you're going to be on fruits for about 3. It depends on how acidic you are. But I say if you just, you subacidic, you're not really chronic, you acute in the acute stage, 2 to 3 years on all fruits. You're going to need help from the botanical kingdom. That's why herbs are very important. So if you're trying to heal something just on an all fruit diet without vegetables and you don't want to buy vegetables, 3 years. You're going to have to go 3 years all fruit. That's me. That's what I'm going to say. From me looking, and I know fruitarians and all of that. You know what I'm saying? So 3 years. Now, if you bring the fruits in, 3 to 6 months. I mean, if you bring the herbs in, 3 to 6 months. All right, y'all. It's 11 o'clock. Well, it's 11:14. I'll be live again tomorrow, especially if this baby ain't came. This baby ain't came by tomorrow. I'm going to be right back up at it. I'll be live again on the channel, 8:30 Central Standard Time. I love y'all. If y'all love yourselves, and if you love yourselves, make sure that you type in "I love myself" on here and give me some shouts out. Where y'all from? And we're going to get up out this deal. If y'all like the way that we chopped up the last video and made it real teachy for you, put video clips inside of them, put all the words, because I know I got speech problems, y'all. You know me. I don't care about this English language at all. It's all witchery and witchcraft language anyway, so I'm going to speak how I speak. But y'all, if y'all like the way I clarify things and put the actual, names and things on them in the videos, and, just, if y'all like that last video on how we did it, you know what I'm saying, let me know and we'll keep them coming as well. All right, New Jersey in the building. Shouts out to New Jersey. Laura Shelby, I love you, goddess. I see you love yourself. Mikai Ori, I love you, brother or sister. I don't know if you're a brother or sister, a god or a goddess, but I love you. Shouts out to Lawana from Huntsville. Shouts out to Diane from Mississippi. Junior, JR Money, peace, God. I love you, God, because you love yourself. Marlena Jefferson, I love you, God. It's because you love yourself. All praises, all praises. Shouts out to Christy Miller. Hey, I love you, God. She was on here getting it in today. She from Texas. All right. All right, Meek, I love you, God. It's from Brooklyn in the building. Bring that little boy here. Hurry up, because he's too loud. Yo, Tana. That's a different name like that. I like that. I love you, God. It's because you love yourself. Much love to Ohio. Why you carrying that baby how you carrying the baby with the baby in the belly? Yeah, Ebonics. That's what we call him, Ebonics. Belladonna, I love you, God. It's straight out of Arkansas. My whole family from Arkansas. You feel me? Brandon, gotta get it, Riley. Peace to the God, Brandon. I love you, God. And you from the hometown. I'm in St. Louis right now. I'm a St. Louisan. Ain't that what you call them out of y'all? St. Louisan or Missourian? Is it called a St. Louisan or a Missourian? I'm a Saint. See, it's the correct terminology is Missouri. I don't like speaking A lingo. I'm a St. Louisan. Hannah McAllister. I think I said your name right. I love you, God. It's straight out of Milwaukee. Luna Light. I love you, goddess or God. I don't know if you're a goddess or God, but I love you. You love yourself. North Carolina in the building. Destiny Lockhart. I love you, goddess. Callister Badger. I love you, goddess. Charleston. Okay, she's from Charleston, West Virginia, I think. Willie Price. Peace to the God. How you feeling? He from Charlotte, North Carolina. I love you, God. Brown Chapel. Peace. Nikki Lane, Christy, all of y'all, man. Florida in the building. Cole, I love all of y'all. I'll be back live tomorrow. Hopefully y'all got some understanding, and overstanding. Elijah Yaki Hickman. Be quiet, boy. That boy be loud. He be all in the video. I told you how he is. I'm going to be upstairs in a minute. I'm finna get up out of here. It's time for me to tend to the fam, man. It's straight up. But look, peace to the gods, peace to the earth, peace, love, light, and healing. Peace to the gods, peace to the earth, peace. I see y'all tomorrow, most high willing. Yahweh Rod Zone.